right?
Yes.
Because I won't take him for 7, like 5 tops. But he's really good, so
Yeah.
I think he's better.
I emailed him and asked him about the 23 to 30, and he said yes. So that's taken care of finally.
Oh, good.
All right, we're live in 10, and we're live on Facebook.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're going 5.
Exciting.
It's America's original morning magazine show. Daybreak USA with Angie Austin.
And John DeMaster. Hello,
That's
John.
right.
And John DeMaster. Oh, please. I had to wait 2.5 years to even have my name in the open. So you've got at least 2 years to go before you get your name in there. All right, John DeMaster joining us as well. Hello, friend. Thanks for choosing us to listen to. We appreciate it. We've got a lot coming up. We've got Men's Health, the Guy Gourmet, Paul Kita. He is going to talk to us about decoding in the supermarket and, to make good choices. He is a big one on investing in your health through food. Then we've got good news about a little boy whose dream came true, and it had to do with him becoming a Jedi Knight from Star Wars, a little Make-A-Wish that's sweet. And, of course, we have politics. And then Cheryl Lentz joining us to talk about the power of the mastermind, basically getting ahead in life, think and grow rich, per se. All right, John, let's get rolling.
You say Dr. Cheryl Lentz is going to talk about the power of DeMaster's mind?
Oh, boy. No.
Must be talking about me.
Yeah,
no?
That is pretty funny, though, DeMaster's mind. Yeah, just keep going with Trump.
Oh, yes. Oh, we keep going with Trump. He says that those newly released FBI documents are another example of how Hillary Clinton ran a corrupt State Department. He was in Wisconsin yesterday, in Green Bay, about 3,000 people in the KI Convention Center, and he pointed out that they alleged that a State Department official attempted a quid pro quo deal with the FBI to declassify one of Hillary Clinton's emails.
We're witnessing a criminal enterprise that has turned our government into a vehicle for the Clintons' personal profit at your expense.
He also called for the resignation of that official, State Department Undersecretary Patrick Kennedy, who also continued his argument that the political system is rigged.
We'll talk a little bit more about Melania Trump's interview regarding her husband and some of the statements he's made, but let's get a snippet here. Melania says the 2005 recording of her husband, Donald, making lewd comments about women isn't the man she knows. Mrs. Trump told Anderson Cooper on CNN that she thought her husband's comments were inappropriate, but he doesn't bear all the blame, that he might have been egged on a little bit.
He was lead on, like egg on, from the host to say dirty and bad stuff.
She makes it sound good with her accent almost, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She can make anything sound good with her accent, yes.
I know.
Maybe she could say my name for the show.
Well, and when my husband was talking about something she said, a word that she misused in another little soundbite, I said, are you kidding me? Like, no, nobody's listening to it. They're looking at her. Have you seen the woman? No, I didn't. But I did tell him, I'm like, look, English is her second language. She knows several languages. So it's not uncommon to use a word inappropriately. I think she said unappropriate or something like that. Anyway, I defended her use of and her grammar because, it's not her native language. It doesn't mean that she's not bright. She's certainly bright. All right. Melania Trump said she's accepted her husband's apology and they are moving on. What about the Pentagon?
They say Iraqi forces are ahead of schedule in the fight to drive ISIS from the northern city of Mosul. But U.S. military officials say the fight to reclaim the country's second largest city is going to be difficult and could take some time. Iraqi forces, with the support of the U.S. led coalition, have already driven ISIS troops from as many as 9 villages.
Okay, America's toughest sheriff is facing federal criminal contempt charges. U.S. attorneys announced their decision to pursue the charges against Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio last week, and now it's done. Through his attorney, Arpaio says he will plead not guilty, and unlike other criminal defendants, the sheriff will not be arrested or be required to personally enter a plea in court. And basically, they're upset with him because of stopping, illegal immigrants. Is that the case?
That's what it sounds like. I thought this was an interesting story, Angie. Joe Biden is speaking out, and he is behind this effort to cure cancer or find a cure for cancer. He reported to President Obama yesterday, and here's what he had to say.
I look forward to the day when your grandchildren and my grandchildren and their children show up at the office to get their physical to start school, they get a shot for measles, they get a vaccine that affects a significant number of cancers.
He has been heading up the so-called Cancer Moonshot campaign. He's comparing that to the national effort to put a man on the moon. The report outlines the path forward over the next half a decade. One of the most important things that they're focusing on right now, apparently, is information sharing. Researchers. Joe Biden told reporters yesterday that he intends to devote the rest of his life to the cause.
Okay, I want to just go back to Arpaio because I don't think we gave quite enough info. Here's the deal. Arpaio, 84, he's made a name for himself as an unapologetic pursuer of illegal immigrants. So he could face up to 6 months in jail. So they're charging him with criminal contempt, saying he willfully defied a judge's orders to stop targeting Latinos, including citizens and legal immigrants in these traffic stops. But of course, they were looking for illegal immigrants. So he was trying to stop illegal immigration, and they're going after him. He could do 6 months' time. I just think it's a ridiculous waste of our time, but they're trying to teach him a lesson, saying they're in control, and he's not. Okay, we're going to talk about giant pumpkins being launched, but also a car and a piano being launched. Are you kidding me? And then a new use for pizza, which is basically genius. And then how to get ahead in your career next with Cheryl Lentz.